My name is Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. It is JESSELEEPETERSON. And I am founder and president of bondaction.com. We are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the family.
Now, can you tell us what it is you're doing out here today?
I'm here today, we are all here today because Kevin Johnson is a member of Dr. Williams' church. And Kevin, in the beginning, said that he supported a marriage between a man and a woman. He respected that order of God. And under pressure from the gay community, he has switched his support of the marriage between a man and a woman. And we have asked Dr. Williams to rebuke Kevin, to encourage him to come back on the right side, supporting and honoring the marriage between a man and a woman. And Dr. Williams is also a coward. He's refused to meet with me. He's refused to come onto my radio show. He's refused to talk about the issue. And Dr. Williams participated in the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. Williams is putting Dr. King to shame by not standing up for the marriage between one man and one woman ordained by God. And we're here to inform his congregation and the world that Dr. Williams is not a man of God. There's no way he can believe in God and not support the order of God, a marriage between a man and a woman. It's not between two men or two women. And Kevin Johnson has now turned his back on Proposition 8, which says that a marriage is between a man and a woman, and it will amend the Constitution stating that a marriage is between a man and a woman. And so what we're asking Kevin to do is to not be a coward, not to give in to the pressure of the homosexual community and stand up for what is right. And we're asking Dr. Williams, if Kevin does not do that, to encourage his congregation not to support Kevin. They have other choices. They can vote none of the above or write in Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s name. They have other choices. They don't have to vote for either one of these candidates. And we're asking the voters not to vote for Kevin or any of the candidates who goes against the order of God that a marriage is between a man and a woman.
Thank you.
Do you think that the church here will rebuke him and make sure to kick him out of the church? Is that what you're trying to get out of this little protest here?
Well, they definitely should repudiate him, and if he doesn't change his mind or change his ways, they need to get rid of him. Because one of the problems that we have in the black community and with most of the black churches, not just Pastor Williams, is that they're cowards when it comes to standing up for values. Right. Most black preachers will not stand for what is right. They use black Americans in order to gain power and wealth. The reason they're not taking a stance because they're not men of God either. They just want the power and money. And the black community is suffering as a result of the family being destroyed. The government, the daddy of the family, corrupt black leaders are running the black community, and we're already having problems. So if we take the fathers out of the family, it's over for the family.
Who are these people? I mean, you are talking about a black community, and I don't see any other black person but you. Who are these persons who are behind you?
We are men and women of God standing up for the family, standing up for what is right. It's really not about the color issue. It's about what is right.
But you were talking about color. That's what I'm asking.
Right.
Why are you the only one? Where are the other African American people that are with you?
Well, a lot of them are not aware of what Pastor Williams is doing. They don't know what's going on. They don't know that Kevin Johnson has buckled under pressure, and we're getting the message out to them to inform the community. And that's why we're telling them not to vote for Kevin. Instead, write in none of the above or Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s name. They still have a choice.
Now, how is homosexuality actually ruining the family? Because a lot of families become stronger if they have homosexual parents.
Well, that's not true. All the stats shows that children who are being raised by homosexual so-called couples are very insecure. They're on drugs. They are unhappy kids. A family is a man and a woman who are married with children, not two gay guys. If homosexuality is abnormal, and if we allow that to become the norm, then society would cease to exist. It would be over. It's not the order of God, and it doesn't work. And Kevin Johnson has buckled down because he prefers the votes rather than what is right.
As Christians, you believe that, or we believe that God can only judge. Is it fair for you to judge Dr. Williams for him not rebuking Kevin Martin?
Well, God gives true Christians the right to judge between right and wrong. And we're saying that Dr. Williams is wrong. He's not a man of God. There is no way that you could be a man of God and support something that goes against the principles of God.
So you think you're judging then?
We're discerning right and wrong, and Dr. Williams is absolutely wrong.
As a mayor, there's other issues besides just gay marriage. Do you think that Kevin Johnson would be a good mayor if it weren't for this issue?
Well, I think that this is the number one issue. And if you destroy the family, society is over. You know, look what has happened to the black community. They're in a state of emergency as a result of destroying the family. And Kevin Johnson says that he's a man of God. I say that he's a liar. The truth is not in him, because there's no way he could be a man of God and support of the homosexual lifestyle, support destroying the family.
What does the black community have to do with gay marriage?
All of society are affected by this idea that homosexuality is normal. But black Americans, for the most part, because they are being influenced by these black so-called preachers who are supporting wrongdoing, supporting destroying the family. So if black America came out and say no more of this, it will force these black preachers to do the right thing. They play a major role in this, but a lot of them don't know what's going on. The polls show that 60% of black Americans in this state, the state of California, support a marriage between a man and a woman. And they're going to vote. They're going to vote November 4th that a marriage is between a man and a woman, not two men or not two women. And so they need to know what Kevin is doing before they vote him into office.
Are you aware that Heather Fargo also has the same beliefs?
Right. That's why I say they can write in none of the above or Dr. Martin Luther King's Jr.'s name. They don't have to vote for any of those folks. They still have a choice. Absolutely. We don't want anyone in there that is willing to support destroying the family.
And how long will you keep this up until you give up?
We're going to keep it up until November 4th. We're going to take it all the way. We're going to make it his office. Until he changes his mind, we're going to inform the people of what Kevin Johnson stands for, that he's not a man of God. He's a coward. I mean, even when he played basketball, he always buckled down under pressure. That's why he never received a gold ring, because he tends to give in to pressure. He doesn't know how to handle pressure. And so if he becomes the mayor of Sacramento, California, he's going to do the same thing. He's not going to be a good mayor because he's going to buckle down under pressure. He's a coward. He doesn't really have the faith of God to stand for what he really believes in. It's about the vote. And we don't need that type of person in office. Thank you. All right. You're welcome.